Hey, it's your girl, Nikki Pink Goddess, also known as Coach Nick. I want to thank you and welcome to this live. Give me a few seconds. We're going to give it a few seconds for some folks to pop up in here. Yes. I thank you for tuning in. Thank you. We are giving it a few seconds. If you are watching live, can you comment a number 2 so that I will know that you caught this live? And if you are catching the replay, please put in a number 3 so that I will know that you caught the replay. I thank you. I want to welcome you in, and I want to thank you again for stopping into my live. We are talking about rebuilding after 40, what to do when you need money now. Are you over 40 and you need money now? Get in here. Pretty much the theme of this live is, are you over 40 and need money right now? Are you rebuilding after the age of 40 and you need money right now? Before you pick an income path, you got to understand like where you are, what you need, and what moves make sense next. So I got a question for you. Are you over 40 and feeling like life has forced you into a rebuilding season? Or maybe you need money now, but you are overwhelmed, tired, confused, unsure which direction you should take. If any of those resonate with you, then this live is going to be for you. I'm talking about what to do when you need money, but you do not want to waste your time, or you don't want to chase the wrong thing. You don't want to buy everything. You don't want to join everything. You don't want to stay stuck because you do not know where to start. You are ready to create money like right now. So we're going to talk about why so many women over 40 feel behind financially, what to do when you need income, but you're overwhelmed, the difference between needing money now and needing long-term digital skills so that you can make more monies, why clarity matters before you pick a path, and how to choose your next step based on where you are right now. So this is for the woman who knows that it is time for you to rebuild, but you need a little bit of help seeing like what moves make sense for you with where you are and what to do next. This is not about making you feel bad. This is not about making you feel behind. This is not about telling you to go jump into something because you are under pressure. This is about helping you breathe, get clear, think about what move, actually makes sense for where you are right now. I wanted to do this audio style for the simple fact that there are a lot of people that always tell me that, you just do so good on camera. You have the personality for this. Listen, anybody can create income in the age that we are now. You just got to be consistent enough. That means you got to take action. You got to create a system. You got to keep going. Like, of course, if you don't spend money to get in front of people, then the only way that you can get in front of people is by you creating the content. And some pieces, people may see those pieces of content that you create, and then you're going to have some that get very little views. But the bottom line is you got to stay consistent, because 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 likes will eventually turn into 20, 30, 50, 100, 500, 1,000 plus if you stay consistent long enough. So this is about talking about how to help you breathe, how to get clear for where you are, where you're wanting to go. And sometimes, we are waiting for the perfect moment, and the perfect moment is not going to come, and it's steady costing us because we're just waiting and waiting and waiting. So sometimes we got to take action and move right now. So a lot of women over 40 are quietly carrying a lot, because I'm speaking from experience. When you hit the age of 40, it's kind of like you start to reassess where you are, where you're going. And even when you're tapping to 50, such as myself, you start to sit back and think about where you spent the last 10 plus years, what your goals were, where you are, and you start to reassess. And it's like You may be dealing with a lot of bills. You may be dealing with a lot of debt. You may be dealing with a job that's not paying you enough. You may have a business that's not really bringing in consistent money. Or you may be in a season where life hits you back to back and you're just trying to figure out the best way for you to recover. Now, you may be saying, I need money right now, but at the same time, you're tired, you're working, you're doing the best you can, you're trying to figure it all out, and you do not have the energy to build something that's complicated, or you don't want to get your money taken by joining something that is going to take your money, SCAM. I don't want to say it. You do not want to buy another course where you're not going to actually do anything with it and it's going to sit there unfinished. You don't want to waste your money, that you barely have, throwing it onto things that you don't know if it's going to work or stick. And so then you go online and start searching for ways to create income from home. And then you have 500 different things that are popping up. Start a business, sell digital products, do affiliate marketing, do network marketing, go live, build a funnel, start a community, create a freebie, make content, build an email list. And those are all things that you really have to focus on and do. But guess what? When it's all coming at you 100 miles per hour, it's easily for you to become frozen. So sometimes you are not lazy. Sometimes you are overwhelmed because you're trying to solve a money problem and a confidence problem and a clarity problem and a strategy problem all at the same time. So I say this to say, I understand this season that you may be in because I too am rebuilding. I know what it feels like to look around and say, okay, God, I know there is more for me, but I need something to move for me right now. I also know what it feels like to have skills, ideas, experience, and still feel stuck because you're trying to decide like which direction deserves your focus, right? And that is why I talk about rebuilding after 40, because this is not just about money. It is about identity. It is about confidence. It is about getting back up after life did what it did and you are ready to still go. That is what rebuilding after 40 is. You may be starting over. You may not be starting over from scratch, but you're still starting over. And this is, kind of like, where like the rubber meets the road, right? So there are usually 3 types of women watching my videos. The type of woman, number 1, is this woman needs money right now. She does not have 6 months to figure it out. She needs a simple path. She needs something that she can understand. She needs action, not another 200-300 module course, right? Bills are due. She feels pressure. She's tired of watching everyone else win. She needs a path that feels simple enough for her to get started. So for this woman, the question is not, what is the prettiest business model? The question is, what can I move on with right now with the least amount of confusion? That's woman 1. Woman 2 is she needs skills. She knows what she wants to make money online, but she does not understand digital marketing. She doesn't understand content. She doesn't understand funnels, offers, email lists, and how people are actually making money. She has watched videos, but she still feels lost. She has done, lots of posting, but it's not sticking. She doesn't know how to sell. She doesn't have a real system in place. This woman does not need a link. She needs education. She needs to learn like the game so that she can stop guessing with what she's doing. That is the second woman. The third type of woman is the woman who needs clarity and support. This woman has so many ideas and she has too many options. She keeps starting and stopping. She needs someone to help her look at where she is right now and say, okay, this is your next move. This move right here is for you. No more overthinking, no more starting over again and again. No more buying things and not using them, not knowing what fits your life, your time, your energy, your money, your situation. Sometimes the issue is not what you do not have or the options you don't have. Sometimes the issue is that you have too many options and no clear filter. So those are the 3 type of women that are typically watching my content. Before you choose an income path, you have to ask yourself these 4 questions. How fast do I need money? Because long-term business building and urgent income are not always going to be the same strategy, right? You know, how much time do I realistically have to put into this business? You know, not something fake, something real, something that you can really commit to 1 to 2 hours per day, no matter what you got going on. I can give XYZ business 2 hours a day, no matter what. Monday through Friday, Saturdays and Sundays is off limits. Or you know what? I'm going balls to the wall and I can do 7 days a week, 2 hours a day, 3 hours a day, 4 hours a day. Commitment. Realistically, what kind of time do you have? Number 3, you have to ask, do I need a simple path or do I need skill building? Both of these can be valuable, but they are not the same thing. So you got to decide, like, do I want something simple or do I want to learn a skill right now? Where am I? What season am I in that I want to learn? Do I want something quick where it's going to generate me some really good money and then I can kind of move how I want to move? Or am I ready to learn a skill that's going to allow me to be a little bit more solid in what I'm doing and what I'm creating? Number 4, am I willing to be visible? Because in this season, people need to know what you do, what you offer, how can you help? So are you the type of person that is okay with being on the camera? Or like this video right here that I'm doing for you, this video is what you would consider a faceless video. And of course, I got just the image up because this was last minute and I wanted to get this out. And, you know, but there's so many different options that you can do when you create faceless content. So you got to decide, like, do you have money, you know, to pay for advertising? That's going to give you a huge shortcut, but it's going to cost you because it costs money to run ads, but it's going to get you in front of your target person. You got to know who your target person is. So you have to have a niche. You have to niche down. So it's a lot of steps into exactly what you're doing. So that's what I'm saying. Like, the main 4 questions that you have to ask is, how fast do you need money? How much time realistically do you have? Do I need a simple path or do I need a skill building path? And am I willing to be visible? Like, those are main questions that you have to ask. So you cannot keep saying that you need money now and you're invisible. Even if you have another kind of business, like, you have to be visible. At some point, the message has to leave your head and hit the marketplace, because if not, how are people going to find you? They're not. So this is why I have several paths, right? I have 3 main paths, and I'm in the process of creating one more because I want to make sure that I am meeting all people where they are. Because I understand that not every woman is in the same place. So for the money who needs, for the woman who needs a money now path, I have a path for you. For the woman who wants to learn digital skills, digital marketing, content, funnels, online business, I have an income path for you. And for the woman who's tired of guessing and wants help deciding on what makes sense for her specifically, I have limited one-on-one coaching available. So you do not have to choose anything because I'm telling you. I want you to choose based off of like where you are. And I want you to know what your options are. Like, you have to decide, where are you in the season, what your needs are, what your time is, what your capacity is, what you actually are willing to do to get to where you want to be. So your action step is, do not leave this live and go back into confusion. I want you to ask yourself, am I in the money now season? Or am I in the skill building season? Or am I in the clarity and support season? If you are, trying to decide, you can always reach out to me at reachnick.com. That's going to take you to my Facebook fan page, and it's going to allow you to message me there. Please know that if you find my main Facebook page and you message me on my main Facebook page, I'm not able to respond on my main Facebook page. So you will have to go through my Facebook fan page at reachnick.com. To see the paths in more detail, you will want to visit rebuildingafter40.com so that you can choose the path that fits where you are right now. And of course, if you are unsure, like I said, you can reach me at reachnick.com. And remember, rebuilding after 40, it is not the end, because this may be the season where you finally stop surviving so that you can move different. I hope you got some value out of this. I look forward to creating more content for you guys. And I'm thankful. If you've got some value, please share. Please consider liking, subscribing. And I will look forward